My name is Chiara and I go to Bridgeton College in Brisbane. I Will Fight For You is a book about human trafficking. The main character is a guy named Robert Fisher, and basically he works for an organisation that works to rescue girls from sex slavery. I started writing a book about sex slavery because I got an assignment in Year 9 and I did it on human trafficking, and I read about all the stuff happening and I was like, wow, this is like really serious stuff, and it kind of like dwelled in my head, and I knew that I could write and that I couldn't do anything else. Like I couldn't actually physically go out to a brothel and be all heroic and so I knew that if I could write, then maybe I could write a book about that. And I was like daydreaming one day and I came up with a scenario of these two people, like the first scene of the book, and then I wrote it down and it kind of just went on from there. Well, I put it up on a website called Wattpad, and it's basically where people write stories and read them, and a lot of the stories on there are very like sexual, and I was like, well, I'm going to write something a little bit different and I'm going to put it in the spiritual section, and because I wanted to put faith into that idea of human trafficking, that there was someone there to fight for someone who may not feel like anyone's fighting for them. Robert is a faithful person. He wears his golden crucifix all the time, and he feels that God called him for his purpose to help sexually abused women. And basically he's throughout the whole healing process, he goes through everything with this girl. I believe that I feel God closer when I'm in those situations. When I'm hurting or I'm healing, I need healing, I find that I can find God in that. And if I feel like he speaks to me in the weirdest ways, but me and God are like tight. We're pretty close, and I would say that we're like best friends. And when someone asks me if I have a crush, I say I'm in love with Jesus, because hey, he's pretty cool. Every time someone reads a new chapter, one read goes up, and like at first I was just amazed when it hit like 1,000, and then now it's like 12,000. Some people said, I feel like God called me to this book. I was looking for a good book about faith to read, and I was like hovering my thumb over this, and suddenly my thumb just clicked down and pressed read, and then I just read it from then on. I wrote a book that people feel that God called them to read, which is cool. In writing, I've met a lot of authors and I hadn't been inspired by any of them. Like, they really let me down. Like, a lot of them were like, oh, writing isn't like that great, it's not that fun. I was like, really? Because I do it as a hobby and I'm not doing it to get money, and that's what you're doing and you don't like it. So I don't know, for writing it's just been me liking something and doing it. With faith, I would say my youth group leaders. One of my youth group leaders' name is Emma, hence the name of the girl in the book, and she was passionate on human trafficking. So when I thought about it, I was like, oh, I should write a book for her because she usually reads my books, and because she lives in God, I'll write a book for her, dedicated to her, about something that she's also passionate about. Like, I didn't think writing was my way to illuminate, it was just a hobby, but it was something I could do, and when you come across something as serious and something you're passionate about, you can find a way, like there will be a way.